This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello and welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you are doing well. Hope you survived the 4th of July and the subsequent heat wave that it was. How did you stay cool? How did you beat the heat?
Honestly, I stayed inside. I took my kids to the movies. We just watched movies here at home. We had a lot of sprinkler time, but I am not someone who likes to be sweaty. So when it is 95 degrees, humid as can be, you will not find me outdoors. How about yourself?
I was doing a little bit of the same. Earlier in the week, I took a ride over to Battleship Cove, and they're actually going to be featured in our Borderline segment this week and the Carpooling with Ben this weekend. But it was hot there. It was hot everywhere, and so I really just focused on making sure the air conditioners in my house worked to optimum prime levels while editing.
Yes,
I avoided the Bristol parade like the plague. Not that the parade is a plague, but I avoided it like the plague. And regardless, I saw when I went out on Wednesday morning to get my coffee, there were cars just streaming in. And I had this epiphany. I said, next year, I'm going to put up signs on Metacom Ave and Main Street. And for those who are not familiar, Metacom Ave and Main Street are your two inns.
Yep, that's it, man. That is it.
And aforementioned outs as well. And I was going to put up signs and just said, thanks for driving through Warren. Come back soon and spend money next time. It's like,
yes.
You just use us as, we are the butt before you drop into the toilet of Bristol, which makes all the people No, I'm kidding. That's terrible. Sorry.
It's gross. But I know what you mean. It's like the throughway. I mean, really,
yes.
You have to go through Warren to get to Bristol. I wonder if Bristol helps out with Warren's taxes for their roads, since they probably get so abused this season.
Oh, well, Mary, not to give you a civics lesson or any kind of history, but there's been an issue brewing between Warren and Barrington with the school funding because we regionalized years ago. And
yes.
Yeah, let's not go there because this is a fun episode.
I had no idea.
Fun episode of Wicked Rhody and of the award-winning Wicked Rhody, which that party is coming up pretty soon. Mm-hmm. If you haven't gotten your tickets, folks, don't wait. It's going to be the party of the summer. It is taking place on Thursday, July 26th.
Best of Rhode Island.
Best of Rhode Island. I will be there. We have an 11:05 Paw Sox game that day, so I will go home, freshen up, so I will lose that press box musk that I will don. You'll be there as well.
Yes, and Blake, my husband's going to be there, our producer. So we're going to have our Wicked Rhody representing. But yeah, if any of you are going to be going to the event, make sure your phones are charged, because the amount of photos that you are going to want to take at this event, between the food, the music, and of course just being in that gorgeous venue of PPAC. I mean, it's an Instagrammer's dream.
Now, I've got to ask this question before we start going. Will Blake have some kind of a bubble around him or protective layer? Because he has been quite the lab rat, enduring all the different elements of some surgeries recently. How's he doing?
He's doing well. He's made his tour of the hospitals in Rhode Island. I told him he needs to write a blog post. I wrote a blog post back when I was pregnant about all the different facilities you can give birth in Rhode Island. And he should give a blog post about all the different ERs you can visit in Rhode Island. But he's on the mend. And by the date, I think it's July 26th is the date of the Best of Rhode Island. By that date, he should be clear to go and party for at least a little while. And luckily, the Best of Rhode Island party doesn't run too late. So
then you can hug him. He still won't be able to pick up anything, more than the weight of a gallon of milk, but or 2 Dells, whatever is heaviest. But no, we're happy to hear that Blake's on the mend. And thanks for those who have reached out, because obviously we had to miss a few episodes because you were taking care of him, which is tough with the kids and everything. And we're glad, because he was in some pretty rough shape. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. And so hopefully they took out the gallbladder and they're hoping that
Who
was the
needs
cause. Who needs that? Take that out.
Hope he sold it on eBay, a Facebook Marketplace or something.
Right. I don't know. That's what we've been wondering. Like, where did it go? Where is that gallbladder? So, yes.
Well, hey, if you tuned in while you're on the road working, getting errands done, or having your own gallbladder removed, just sit back, listen, and enjoy the episode as Mary spits out her coffee, as I just said that. And if you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links for you and info in our show notes on our website at wickedroadypodcast.com.
So we talk a lot about different road races that you can do here in the States, but this week's Wicked Interesting Pick of the Week is actually a swimming race. Because, hey,
we are the ocean state.
Right. Doesn't it make sense? So there's this event, the Swim to Skim. It's all about highlighting improved water quality in the Newport Harbor. This is going to be actually the fifth harbor swim. It emphasizes the dependence that Aquidneck Island's economy has on having a clean ocean. Also, just celebrating the diversity of people that, surround the waterways. We're going to be talking about some different festivals here coming up in this episode. So it's just really a great way to get people together to swim for a wonderful cause, because if anything was like last week, goodness gracious, with that heat wave, the last thing you want to be doing right now is going for a run, but maybe going for a swim is more your style. So this is happening on Sunday, July 8th. It's from 6 to 11 a.m. The race is from 7 to 9.
Yeah, and it's important to note that, all the funds that they raise directly used to fuel what they call the marina trash skimmers. And I actually saw one of these devices in use last year. Yeah, in Maryland. I went to Baltimore for the day to connect with a buddy of mine. And I got there early, and so I was taking a walk around the Marina District. And believe it or not, it was actually, I believe it was January, third week of January. They have this device that just drives around. It floats on the water. It drives. It looks like it's like he's cutting the grass. It just keeps going around, and it skims the water. And it's got this little conveyor belt that goes down into the water, then slowly comes out of the water. And as it comes out, it's obviously lifting. It's like a fence to lift all the trash and
like
crap and garbage. Yeah. So I mean, and they're pulling up, fast food restaurant cups, straws. I know some friends of ours are doing the plastic-free challenge all of July, which is tough. Just trash and everything, and that's the whole point of this organization, is to fuel these marina trash skimmers, to keep the plastic pollution and litter free from the beautiful waterways we have. Clean them up and of course, folks, you got to do your part. I don't know, Mary, and pardon me for going off on a tangent here for a second. No,
please. This is the ocean state.
I have been seeing photos of friends of ours that are very conscious of our environment, very conscious of our beautiful natural resources we have here, and a few friends have posted photos of the beach after the end of the day. And people are leaving just straight out garbage and trash there.
Yes.
What the heck?
Right?
Take it with you.
Some beaches obviously have the trash bins right out near the exits, that you have to walk by. But otherwise, exactly. Take in and take out, guys.
I feel like the trash cans that are there are for somebody who's just walking by and has unplanned trash. If you're going there for the entire day, you will have planned trash because you planned to bring stuff there. You need to plan to bring the crap out with you.
That's right.
Now, back in the day, you would go to a fine establishment like Uncle Tony's and buy these platters of pasta and everything, nice hot pasta with red sauce to eat at the beach. Sounds delicious.
Right.
I love Uncle Tony's, but not necessarily with sand. And you would take all those metal containers, you take it home. You throw it out or trash it or recycle it if you were really smart. But the people who are leaving the trash behind, it does piss me off. If I see something on the ground, I'm going to grab it and, try to do what I can to either find a trash can or just put it in the back of the Jeep and take it home and trash it. But folks, if you're going to spend the day at the beach, you got to take the crap with you.
I
Take
totally
the trash.
agree. I agree. It's
So
like people act like they're at the movie theaters and they just leave all the junk. But at least in the movie theaters, you shouldn't do that. But at least in the movie theaters, someone comes around with a broom after you're done. They don't have that at the beach all the time.
And it's air conditioned, and it's a little nicer to deal with it, in a small. I mean, when you look at how many people are out at the beaches over the past couple of days with all the heat wave, hundreds of thousands of people. So take your crap with you.
Now, listen, if you do want to swim, you get the option of 0.9 miles or 1.5 miles, and they have different races where you can do a wetsuit option or you can be hardcore and do the no wetsuit option. So there's going to be men's and women's races. And once again, this is taking place on Sunday. I am not strong enough of a swimmer, but for those of you who are, good luck, and thanks for helping clean our waterways. It's like we need the more you know sound effect right now, Ben.
Seriously, we'll line that up. Well, that's our wicked, interesting pick of the week, and now here's the wicked fun in the 401.
So we're going to start things off with an event that the entire family can enjoy, or you don't even need children to go down to this, because the Downtown Farmers Market is going to be taking place on July 10th. But if you do have little ones, Kiddo Info is having their play in the park, and they're going to be working with Play Science to do kind of a demonstration called Powerful Percussion. Now, this is happening at Burnside Park, so they are going to have the Downtown Farmers Market. For those of you who work downtown, this is a great way to pick up some fresh vegetables, some fruit, some berries, so you can eat it on the way home or cook it up for dinner. But this event, it's going to be 3 to 6. Miss Katie from Play Science is going to be exploring all different sounds that you can make on a drum. Drums big and small. Experiment making your own shakers. They're going to have egg shakers. You could take some home. And then City Maja is going to be doing an open drum circle. So this is the part where, as I said, young and old, people love to do drum circles. So if you do have a djembe or some kind of a musical instrument, you can be sitting on during this open drum circle. That part is happening 4:30 to 6. And I love this because this is just going to be the time when people are getting out of work and they're going to come out and they're going to hear all this drumming and they're going to be able to walk around this farmer's market. So I wanted to give you a heads up for those of you who work downtown to definitely check this out. It sounds like a really great event.
Yeah, it sounds like an awesome time. Hey, on Sunday, July 8th, it is the 43rd annual Rhode Island Cape Verdean Independence Day Festival.
Woohoo!
This is something that, if you've never been there before, folks, this is a sight to behold. It is huge. Mm-hmm. It is massive. They have music. They have entertainment. It's a wonderful event. It's all day on Sunday. Well, really noon to 7 p.m. They've got concerts. It's a special occasion, and the crowd of thousands really pack into the park over there at India Point. Listen, if you can get there by boat, that's the best way. No traffic, easy parking. Head over that way. But it's a family-friendly event, and there's going to be different crafts. There's different exhibits to check out. There will be music, as we said. There'll be different groups entertaining there all afternoon long. You don't have to be Cape Verdean to appreciate the Cape Verdean culture. And really, we have such a strong Cape Verdean population here in Rhode Island and Southern New England. This is something that you're going to be exposed to: traditional music, dance, food, health and wellness, and educational tents. So you can go get your blood pressure taken and different things that are happening there. And of course, local artists will have crafts and activities for the children.
That's great.
It's a huge success every year. It's been running for 43 years strong there. It's happening at India Point Park on Sunday, noon to 7 p.m. Go check it out. The weather is supposed to be perfect.
Oh, fantastic. So this next event is in your neck of the woods, and I'm going to be interested to know if you've actually been. It's the Warren Summer Concerts. This is going to be happening throughout the summer, but this Wednesday, the 11th, it's at 5 p.m. You get to head on over to, is it that little hill with the little half shell? Is that
Burrs Hill Park?
Burrs Hill, such a cute little park. They're going to be happening Wednesdays and Sundays throughout the summer for great live music. There's going to be food trucks, so you can walk there. You can bike there because the bike path is fantastic around your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it goes right there.
Right, it's fantastic. You can go family, friends, right on the water, some of the greatest foods from those little food trucks. So, and you and I talk all the time about how fantastic it is when there is an array of food trucks because everyone can be happy. You don't have to, it's not like going to one restaurant and having people be all cranky. Admission to this is free. And I wanted to know, have you ever been to one of these kind of events
Yes.
in Warren? Tell me what it's like.
Yeah. So it's exactly everything you said. It's right on the water. The Warren Beach is right there. There is parking on the street and there's a small parking lot as well. You can go across the street to the Warren the beach. There's a playground there if you have little kids that are getting a little rambunctious. The park is huge. The park is huge. You will have plenty of space to play around. If you got kids that like basketball, there are basketball courts. There's a few tennis courts there as well. So if you want to do a couple things at the same time, you can do that. We have this hatch shell, like this little. It's not quite as big as Boston. It's Warren sized, but it is a nice backdrop there, and the music is always wonderful, and you get these gorgeous sunsets right over the Warren River that you can see every night, providing that it's clear weather out. It's perfect. It's a very, very nice scene there. And big news in Warren, they have paved Water Street. They have repaved Water Street after 15 years and of driving through like it was the day after shock and awe in Baghdad. It is lovely now. It is smooth. It is. You don't have to worry about snapping an axle. It's perfect. It's a great spot.
I love it. I love it. So what else going on?
Fireworks!
Yay!
So you thought the 4th of July was over. No, ladies and gentlemen, you still have opportunities to catch fireworks. On Thursday night, the day this comes out, Westerly has theirs at Musquamacut State Beach, okay, down in the SoCo area, Westerly.
Down in the south.
Yeah, way down south, wicked far away, down where Billy Gilman grew up. It's a beautiful area.
It is. It's gorgeous.
And then on Saturday, July 7th, we have Seekonk Speedway has their all-night thrill show and their giant fireworks display. We said this last week's episode, do not stop on the highway.
Do not
stop on the highway. Keep driving. Don't even slow down to 20 miles an hour. You are taking your life in your own hands. If you don't think you can handle that, then come to the Pawtucket Red Sox on Saturday night, where we will have our Princesses and Pirates themed fireworks after the game, Saturday night. Can't beat it. It's wonderful. We'll have Princesses and Pirates there you can take photos with.
Look at that.
Kids are welcome to dress as a princess or a pirate. You got a Halloween costume from last year or this year, or kids just like to play dress up? Bring it on over. Let's go. Have a good time. Some Paw Sox baseball as they take on the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. That is the farm team to the Yankees for all those scoring at home.
Boo.
Yeah. So check that out. That is on Saturday. And just so you know, if it rains on Saturday, the Seekonk Speedway fireworks happen on Sunday. Those are the rain out date there.
Cool.
So, as always, if you know of other displays, firework displays that are happening even after the 4th, or if something happened somewhere we missed, please just put it in the comments on our website or shoot us an email. We'll be happy to pass along the information. Those are the wicked fun in the 401. No matter where you are never more than 18 and a half miles away from Massachusetts, Connecticut, or the ocean, because we are little old Rhody, a small, cute, cheeky little state. And we touched on it in the beginning of the episode, but if you have never been to Battleship Cove in Fall River, what are you doing?
Seriously.
Get over there. It is a gorgeous living history museum, or I should say ongoing history. It's quite the experience. If you've never been, if you want to learn more about it, check out this week's episode of Carpooling with Ben. I did an interview with Liz, who is the director of communication development there. She did an awesome job. We talked about all the wonderful things they have there. They have all these great events that happen throughout the year. One of the events, something that you should know, is on Saturday, July 6th. It is Free Fun Friday, sponsored by the Highland Street Foundation. You can experience the sailor's life at Battleship Cove, the Maritime Museum, and the Fall River Carousel all for free. There's a carousel there as well.
What?
Yeah, so there's 4 different ships, and again, it'll all be explained in the Carpooling with Ben. There's a submarine as one of the ships there. It's not underwater. It's kind of sitting on the water. But Friday, July 6th, it is Free Fun Friday. On July 7th, which is Saturday, the behind-the-scenes tour of the galley. Now, when you go to Battleship Cove, you cannot necessarily go into all the little nooks and crannies of the ship just for safety reasons. And you get to see a lot. Don't get me wrong. It is well worth it. You're going to spend a day there. Mm-hmm. Actually, I strongly suggest buying a membership so you can go there multiple times. And actually, 1-day admission gets you there for 2 days so you can come back in case, Mary, you know about the window of opportunity you have with little ones. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you planned it. So having that second day, they're very, very family friendly and accommodating over there. But these tours are a little more detail. It's from 9 to noon. There is a price per person. It is $65 per person, but this is a guided tour. It's not open to the public, and they're going to take you, the tour is open to the public, but meaning you can buy tickets, but you guys will be the exclusive group that day with a private tour guide, and you're going to go into areas that are off limits to the public just for safety reasons. You're having the guided tour. It's safe to be there. You just need the guide because it really gets kind of hairy, moving your way through those boats. And it includes a tour of the galley-style meal that would have been served on the ship. You're going to taste some of the delicious food there. The space is limited and reservations are required, but they have so many great things happening there all year round. It's not just a summertime attraction. They are open throughout the year. They do have heat. They do have air conditioning. Very important to note there when you're in a giant steel tin that sits on the water in the sun. But that's Battleship Cove. It really is. It's a wonderful maritime museum. If you've never checked it out, what are you waiting for? Get over there. Go see it.
Hey, another over the borderline place that we want you to check out is the New Bedford Folk Festival. This is going to be happening at the Whaling National Historic Park. You can get tickets through the Zeiterion Theater. I love the Zeiterion Theater. This is my first time this year going to it. I performed in it, and it's a fantastic theater. So this is going to be over 90 shows on 8 stages that range from the 1,200 seat at that Zeiterion Performing Arts Center to the intimacy of the Meet the Performer area. So performers are presented in concerts and different little workshops. There's going to be a juried arts and crafts show. This is taking place both Saturday and Sunday, July 7th and 8th. Fantastic event. I mean, you and I both wanted to mention this event because it was popping out. So if you, haven't been to New Bedford in a while, this is a great time to go check out. But if you do, if you love music, if you love art, there's going to be jewelers, instrument makers, tie-dye and caricature artists, local honey purveyors, handmade health and beauty products. I mean, there are going to be so many great things there in addition to local food, different fish and scallops, just great things for you to go check out and get to check out this beautiful, is New Bedford a city? I'm trying to make sure.
It is the city of New Bedford. Yeah. And it's actually, believe it or not, it's one of the fishing capitals of the world.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's one of the busiest. New Bedford is one of the busiest fishing ports in the United States.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Like you don't even realize how many boats come in and out of there. Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous over there. The New Bedford Whaling Museum is a wonderful resource over there. Check it out. As is the Zeiterion Performing Arts Center, which is, with all of these, and I've talked about this in various topics here, and whether I've been on radio or here. The big venues like the Dunkin' Donuts Center, Gillette Stadium, the TD Garden are great venues. They put on great shows, but we're seeing a lot of artists go back to those smaller venues like the Stadium Theater, like Theater by the Sea, the GAM. They're moving down to Warwick, and they do wonderful stuff there. Providence Performing Arts Center and the Vets. The Zeiterion Theater is one of those that runs right in line with those theaters, and they have such a beautiful layout. We really, unless you've traveled to other theaters around the country, you don't know how good we have it here in New England, so Rhode Island specifically, but just over the borderline in Massachusetts as well. So this is a great festival.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It has a great assortment, something for everybody, and it's going on both Saturday and Sunday, so you can definitely fit it in amongst your plans.
Oh, I don't know, Mary. I think I don't know if I've got enough time. 72 hours in one weekend isn't going to be enough. We're going to have to spread this out a little bit.
It's so true.
So many awesome things. As we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
Rhode Island is gorgeous and fun-filled all year long, but let's be real. Summer is our season. This is when we have all of our events, our music festivals. You get to just go to the beach. Make sure you pick up your trash. Now listen, if you're going to be snapping photos, which we know you are, we would love it if you could tag us with the hashtag WickedRhody. You can @tag us, but this is a great way to let other people know about our podcast. And since you have that phone in your hand, please head on over to iTunes and leave us a written review. The next person that does that, I'm going to send you a little special something in the mail. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. So the next person who reviews, you're going to get something in the mail from me.
Perfect. Advertising and sponsorship information, you can email us at wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com. We'll be happy to talk to you how we can get your message directly into the earbuds and ears of our listeners.
Love it. Well, until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
Hey, are we on Stitcher because Blake had stitches? Is that how that works? I don't know. Love you, Blake.
Bye, Blake.